Guys, welcome to another video. Today I'm putting the A73 through a whole day of landscape photography. This should be damn awesome. My name is Andy Hornby, photographer and vlogger. 15 years ago I started teaching myself photography. Today I travel the UK as a professional wedding photographer, landscape photographer and filmmaker. Learn from my experiences, my mistakes and my tips and advice. Join me on my photography adventures. I've had this camera a week now and I've been reviewing it all week long, so if you haven't seen any of my videos, hit the link up there and you'll find all the videos I've done this week to review this camera on various different aspects of how it works. But today I have a workshop this afternoon and I want to make sure I can use this camera if I need it on a landscape shoot. It's there ready for me, so I'm going to take this camera today and I'm going to put it through its paces. We're going to be doing panoramas, we're going to be doing HDRs, we're going to do HDR panoramas, we're going to be doing long exposure photography, which is a big deal for me. If you haven't seen any of my other videos, have a look back through them. I love long exposure photography. We are going to be putting this thing all over South Sea. I live just around the corner from here, so when I want to I can just step outside my door and I've got a world of seascapes, cityscapes and loads of landscape stuff to do. So we're going to put it through its paces. I've got a workshop this afternoon with a gentleman. I'm going to be doing glass ball photography, so I'll do that as well. And I'm going to use this camera all day long, so I'm going to vlog everything I do as much as I can do. Bear in mind I'm shooting RAW and JPEG, but Lightroom still doesn't have profiles for my RAW files yet, so I can't use the RAW files, but that's fine. Come with me, hopefully you'll enjoy this video, and if you do, slap a thumbs up on it anytime you can. Let's do this. Okay, I'm now down the beach. I'm actually in front of the, you see it there, the Pier, Southway Pier in Southsea. And I've shot this a million times, but testing this camera out on the long exposure is a big deal for me, because long exposure photography is where I think a lot of people could really take on and really move their photography into another level. And it's so easy to do, and I don't know why people don't do it. So what I'm doing is a couple of exposures. I've done a 1 minute 10-second exposure, a 2 minute 40 exposure, something like that, and I'm now doing a 5 minute and 45-second exposure. Because with my A7iii II, although it's really good for long exposure photography, going longer up to about 5 minutes you start getting hot pixels. And I'm not going to explain hot pixels all that in this video. You can research that, Google it, whatever. But it really does ruin an image for me. I like to have a really good, smooth, long exposure image, and obviously the longer you go, the better you're going to get sometimes. So I'm testing this at a minute, 2.5 minute and a 5.5 minute exposures, give or take, for a few seconds, and I'm going to see what we get. Hopefully they're going to be pretty good. Have a look at these now, see what you think, and we'll move on and do some more stuff a little bit down the beach. See you in a bit. So the high dynamic range on the A73 is pitched to be really good. So under the pier is a really good opportunity to take some bracket shots, and I've done it twice. I've done it in compressed and uncompressed, because in a compressed file that's where you start seeing a bit of deterioration in the dark shadow areas. So hopefully that worked, and these images are looking pretty damn good, and I'll put them up here for you now so you can have a look. I'm only going to be able to edit the JPEG, so once I've edited the JPEGs, I may leave them in the description down below so you can have a look, pixel peep if you like, and see what you think. But hopefully both the compressed and uncompressed came out really well. Let's move on. Okay, so I'm set up here in front of the monument, which I've shot loads of times. It's an awesome place to come. And I'm going to do an HDR panorama, which is something a little different, a little bit tricky to do. Obviously I'm only going to have the JPEGs to work with, but when I put it into Lightroom, I'm going to stitch the 3 images from each section together, and then stitch each of those together as a panorama. So I'm going to take 5 sets of 3 shots, all at slightly different exposures, and then blend them together in Lightroom, and this is the image I'm going to get. Looks pretty good. Did enjoy doing this. I love this place. I should have a caveat that I don't generally shoot during the day, so this type of shot isn't the kind of shot I would get during the day. So mainly because of the harsh sun. I'm shooting this with my 24-70 at 24mm because I know I'm going to get a really nice crisp image. It's going to look beautiful. Okay, for me that's a wrap today. I've got to say this camera surpassed what I expected of it. I've had issues with A7iii and the battery before. With this thing I've had one battery in there today and it's still on 20%. I'm recording on it still now. Granted, on my A7iii today I've been doing a lot of recording, B-roll and stuff like that, but I've gone through 2.5 batteries on my A7iii. This thing has done everything today. It's done all the long exposure stuff, it's done all the time lapses. Literally, been unbelievable. So I'm really pleased with that. For the images that I've taken today, obviously I'm not going to see them until I get back to the computer. I've looked at some of them from the back of the camera and they look really good. So I'm hoping they turned out okay. I've not got much more to do today, so this is going to wrap this video up right now. And I'm going to thank you for coming along in this video. I hope I've answered some of the questions that some of you who want to go with the full frame camera for landscapes. There's not a huge market for full frame cameras and landscapes because most people go quite cheap and get, you know, these sort of crop sensor cameras. But this £2,000, it's on the expensive range, but if you want to go full frame, you won't go far wrong with this camera. This camera's been absolutely fantastic today. I've not had any issues whatsoever. There may be some sound quality in some of the video earlier on, but that's because it's really windy and my dead cat is dead. So I'm going with the best I've got. So if you've got any questions, guys, please leave them in the comments down below. I'm sure you've got loads of questions, and if you haven't done so already, please whack a thumbs up on this video. That really helps, and subscribe to my channel. I've got lots more videos coming out soon, loads more different things on landscape photography. I'm doing model shoots with this camera in particular. I'm certainly going to do lots of model shoots with this camera. If you're interested in that, please stick around. And I live on the south coast of England. I do a lot of workshops. If you're interested in my workshops, check the link in the description below to join me on one of my workshops. I do all kinds of workshops today. I've done a glass ball workshop. I'll show you some of those pictures in a minute. It worked out really well, so, and they're all shot on this camera as well, so you just can't go wrong with this camera. This camera, every time I use it, just surpasses my expectations. So drop a like, Subscribe if you can, and hit that notification bell so you get informed of whenever I upload a new video. And until next time, you've been awesome. I'll see you soon. Have a good day. Bye.